It's going. It's fading away.
It is.
So we have to try like
Bring it back.
I'm living. Remember September to when they used to.
These are the railroad ties that they're using for fencing here. Just because I got started with the channel and doing things, I saw it today because accidentally ended up in the area. So this is an indication that they had railroad tracks in the Twin Tongue to transport the timber closer to the Macal River. And
Right?
the Tongue Council will the main entrance to the Tongue Council here in the Twin Tongue will be closed for roughly a couple days. Let's say 2 weeks or less. I fully don't know, but just hinting and giving you guys a heads up. So I'm back over here just doing and giving a little update of what's happening in San Ignacio, and because I have some great information, the lead tools and thing back. Well, we're live again, recording here at the Macau Park, providing you some information about the national anthem for the great nation of Belize. It was inspired by the experience and activism of one Samuel Alfred Hines, a World War I veteran, social activist. So, the Belize national anthem, O Land of the Free, was written in 1963, and it was at first it was a poem, and the official name of it was Land of the Gods. The official name of this said poem was Land of the Gods, and it was written by one Samuel Alfred Hines, and the musical composition was done by Sylvan Wilford Young. There you have it. That is a mouthful, and I did not realize and knew that the national anthem was a poem, and it was written by a World War I veteran who was a social activist. He became involved in local movement advocating for Belizeans' identity and fighting against racial discrimination. So that was what inspired the poem.
Yeah.
Hence,
Hint, I think.
okay, I stand corrected. The gentleman, young man, correct me. It's Haynes.
Hint.
Haynes. Okay, and not Hines. So, someone just told me about the foundation and the actual history or the facts of this sign right here. So, there's a Belizean born by the name of Andre Gray. He's an inventor credited with numerous inventions, and his inventions are mainly in the field of technology and software. Andre Gray.
Start with independent living. So as I start talk to you, check something or something. Tell him what I never say, oh, I could yeah, listen to him. Interest and the ambition. Somebody wants to fuck with and almost is treated like a professional slip. No make I forget it, but somebody telling you say nobody can do, but make one man do it.
Where are we supposed to show me another aspect or another side of the situation?
I know certain reason why.
I love that. That's a great shot from the Catholic Church right there. Sorry, kid. So I'm out back. No one responded and hit me up in the comment section providing information about the San Ignacio Clock Tower. Well, here we are. The San Ignacio Clock Tower was officially built in 1962. It was a gift from the British colonial government to commemorate the silver jubilee of King George V's reign. So humans have had access to paint from the beginning of time, from the time man gave himself time away from hunter gatherer. Struggle with the fact of like trying to say that people that came before us like to portray that past generation or past civilization and past culture weren't brilliant. Well, they were. because right now I'm talking about paint, and I know how to make paint. I know how to make stain from um, just regular items, but the life expectancy of those things that I make only lasts 6 months. Those guys' items are lasting millennia. So we have to. I hope that people can understand that I'm slowly starting to graduate towards the reality that it's not prehistoric time, but it's just evidence that once we walked away from cave dwelling, because there's also information about the fact that man had access to paint during the time when we were residing in caves. And like I said, I know how to make paint, I know how to make stain from natural items out in the environment, but mine, the life expectancy of my stain only lasts 6 months. These things have been here for millennia. I'm somewhat embarrassed to say how the life expectancy of my paint, because it's not the same as the stain. And yeah, the stain holds up a little bit longer than 6 months, but it just loses its sheen or its shine, and then you can reapply. It lasts a little bit longer, but not in comparison to like the prehistoric man. So these paints were made from natural occurring pigments that was readily available during the region where these people reside. The information states that the Egyptian began serious color manufacturing around 4000 BC. Been rumbling, stumbling about the tongue today, and my battery is draining on me at a rapid pace, so I gotta try and see how I can finish this before the battery dies. So, oil paint have been used in artistic purpose in Europe. It began a wide widely began spreading during the Renaissance time frame, and we have to hint and acknowledge that during the Renaissance time frame, the African Alkebalan came and rescued them, which is present day Africa came and rescued them as well. So I also came across information that the, the African continent, they also have paint or have access to paint and was using paint during the 3rd and 5th centuries. A lot of these paint or artwork that have been left behind, some have been during cave dwelling, and some of the evidence that have been uncovered are production that's been date back tens of thousands of years in Africa, and the artwork includes like society in modern day Zimbabwe, South Africa, Somalia, rock painting from the 3rd and 5th century. Needs some power transference right there. It's also stated that the ancient Egyptian artwork flourished during the 6th millennia to the 4th BC century. I want to put emphasis or emphasize or stress that that's a long time frame, massive time frame and distance between the two. I wasn't clever enough to do the research and find out the definition. They're in line at Atlantic Bank. Capture the section over there in Santa Elena in use. Lingering in this area because I told someone that we can meet up over here, and he was going to one specific spot, then he changed, so I just have to chill here till he returns because I don't know where he went. So back to this ancient Egyptian thing. The artwork was functional and it was for symbolic purposes pertaining to religion and afterlife. Cave painting suggests human use and have been in contact and been using paint for over 40,000 years ago. This next bit of information, I know it exists in Europe as well, but I did not have the chutzpah and the confidence to do the research. Paint for homes became accessible with the invention of paint mills and ready mixed paint. And it is in the late 1700s to mid 1800s. The first paint manufacturer began in Boston in the 1700s. The first patent and ready mixed paint was granted in the year 1867. The Mayans or the Maya civilization have also been known to use paint or have access or have gained the ability to use paint from pigments that was derived from the natural environment or resources that they came in contact with, which would be plants and animals. All right, instead of hanging out here, I'm just gonna walk back down. Hopefully, we stumble into each other again. I think I can capture that right there.
Don't see? Killing no fucking put a man no way. You know the end of the day just not no fucking man a fucking kill out.
Unless he knows my dad or something, I don't know, but I think he knows me or it's Mr. Dave.